Hey, my name's Danny Frank. I'm the Pearland real estate expert, and I like to dive into what's going on in the real estate market in Harris County. Oh my gosh, everybody from all across the globe has commentary that the market is crashing. Well, I hope today to show you what the real estate market is doing and give you my opinion of what's going on. I've been doing this since 2004 at a very high level, doing it all across Texas and really helping people just like you find out answers that you're looking for. So I would be honored. Like, subscribe, tell me what you think, and let's dive into this. If you have a very particular neighborhood that you would like me to dive into, just leave some comments below and a way for me to get a hold of you. And I'll be glad to dive into that very specifically and go into your very specific neighborhood and tell you what the market's doing, if it's time to sell your house, time to wait, or is it time to buy? Or maybe you're looking to invest in real estate. Let's dive right into this. I'm going to dive into some numbers now and see how we go. All right, so now we're going to dive right into what's going on in the prices. Now understand, looking at this whole 2-year history here, this is the past 2 years from November of 2020 all the way until we get to November of 2022. And this is the entire Harris County real estate market, not including any new construction. This is only resale. So I want to make that real clear what's going on. So let's look at a couple of things. I'm going to turn some stuff off so we can really dive into this. And let's look into what's going on. So if you look where we are, these are the median prices, for the last 2 years, going from November, we had 3,369 properties sold in 2020, with this past November, just ending, 2,042. Quite the difference, right? So let's turn on some averages and see where we're going, what we're doing, and how they're going. So the median price over the 2-year period is $294,000. That's pretty good. You can see anything below this line is below the median. Anything above that is above the median price. So what does that mean for you? Well, November, we were at 300,000. But come back here to May, we were at $340,000 in Harris County. So, looking at this, am I seeing a little price correction? I am. You go back here and look in when we were in COVID, early February, March, April, May, June of 21. Man, look at all the houses. The market was going crazy. Then this past summer, one we're just coming out of, was some of the best real estate sales in Harris County in history of where we are in the terms of prices and number of units. I think we are seeing a little price decrease. So it depends how you're comping your homes and what you're doing with your real estate professional. But I, by all means, want to show you why I think this is only a price correction and not a market crash for now. We'll look at this every month going forward. Right now, I don't see a real estate market crash coming. So let's take another closer up look at some real numbers here. So I've kind of highlighted some stuff here for you to see. What I want you to pay close attention to, I'll put some arrows on the November of 22 and November of 21. As you can see coming in here, for sale, 10,868 homes for sale in the month of November for all of Harris County, with only 2,042 sold. Okay, so let's look back at November of 21. We had fewer houses for sale, so the inventory was maybe a little bit less inventory, 9,932 homes. But come over here, look, we had 3,731 homes sold in the month of November a year ago. So the sales absorption was faster a year ago. Let's go back to November of 20. Man, we had 11,321 houses sold. And man, look at that number, 3369. So the Novembers are off, and you can see, looking at these numbers right here, that we are seeing a number of houses sold going down. But also what I want you to really notice is how we kind of predict the future moving into this is looking at what's under contract. This is what's going to close in the next 30 to 45 days, more than likely. So I look at these numbers, but you go back and look where we were and look where we are now, and look where we're trying to predict going in the future. I'm seeing less homes sold, and that's due to a lot of features. Number one, it's a price thing happening with the interest rate. You're able to buy less house today than you were, say, a year ago. So that's always something to be interested in, to look at. So let's go back and look at these other charts again. So let me just kind of jump right into this, and I really want to dive into some stuff with you here. And let's look at something. And what I want you to notice about this is a pattern. The pattern happens every year. It's the same exact pattern. Sometimes it's a little bit steeper, but it's still the pattern. So do you see this wave right here? Look at that wave. If you extract this out over a number of 5, 10, 15 years, the pattern is going to be the same. Start here. Let's look at July of 21. Coming up here and look at these numbers. Every July, July and August, the numbers peak. Come here, July and August, the numbers peak. I promise you, going back every year, the number of homes for sale peaks June and July. Always does. And starts to slow down every August. It starts diving down. Look at this, August rather. It starts going all the way down until February. But look what the number, at the same time, look what the housing numbers are doing under contract and sold. They're both, if you look at these numbers here, they're down substantially, 20% and 15.3% respectively. So what's happening? Less houses are selling and less houses are coming on the market. The market's shrinking a little bit, but is that due to seasonal activity? Man, I see a lot of seasonal activity, but I still think there's a price correction going on. We're still in an absolute buyer's market. A seller's market. Get that correct, right? We don't want to mess that one up. So we're in a seller's market here, and we're bringing that barometer up and up and up. And let's look at that for a second. What's going on in Harris County? A month's supply of inventory. People ask me, well, what does that really mean? So let's think about loaves of bread at your local grocery store. If I only had 50 loaves of bread and I sold 10 loaves a day, I'd only have 5 days of inventory, right? So think about that. What does that really mean? How's that going to affect what's going on with you? Well, the month supply of inventory is indicated by this blue bars here. You can see it's climbing, and we are sitting at 3.2 months of inventory. That's still a very good seller's market. Last month, 3.0. The month before that, 2.7. 2.2, 2.3, 1.7. We got all the way down to 1 month of inventory. So if nothing new came on the market back in March, we only had 4 weeks of inventory. Right now, if nothing new comes on the market, we still have 3.5 weeks of inventory, 3.2, 3.25 months. So think about that, what's going on. But also what I want you to look here is this dotted blue line. That represents days on market. Why is that important? Well, you can see here that we are sitting at about 37 days, 36 days of inventory. Days on the market. So, man, it's taken 30 days to sell a house. That's not very much, guys. Look at this. We were sitting down here. It's 16 days. So every 16 days we were selling a house. It goes under contract, and 16 days later, it was closed. So now we're only sitting at 30, 36 days or somewhere around there. So it's imperative to understand what that exact number is. 3.2 months of inventory, average days on the market, 37 days. So we're right there on that. So it's imperative that you understand that the market is not crashing. It's trending downwards in inventory and prices as well. So I'm going to tell you this, as a realtor, price your house right and it will sell pretty quickly, in on average of 37 days on the market. So that's good. So let's go back in. What I want you to really understand is if I'm right here, and if I know the market's coming up in February, it kicks off again and starts going back up. Look at every February. So what I'm doing right now, I'm decorating my house for Christmas. I'm getting up everything ready to go, be ready to go for an early launch come January. List your house, but this all really depends on what your why is. Why are you moving? How soon do you have to be somewhere, man? But what I cannot predict today from these charts is where the prices will be in 3 months, January, February, March. Who knows what the market will be doing then? Lots of factors still to come on. The economy plays a role there, the local economy, the national economy, the worldwide stage of geopolitical stuff going on. I mean, there's lots of stuff to contribute what's going on in the market. It's hard to say what could happen. So let's just play with those numbers for a second. And I want to go and look at something different here. All right. So looking at this chart, what I want you to notice, this is blown up of what the days on the market and the average month or the month supply of inventory is doing. It's climbing. It really is, guys. So inventory's growing. That means supply and demand comes into effect, right? You get more inventory, prices come down. So think about that when you're thinking about putting your house on the market. Let me do a complete in-depth analysis of your house to see where it might be. See what I think, where do you see where I think the pricing might go and what it might look like, what kind of price opinion I can come up with today. That changes almost every day depending on what's sold around there and all the stuff that we look at. So it's a good opportunity for us to dive deep into a lot of different things. So looking at all this different stuff, what is going on in Harris County? I would love to talk to you because even Harris County is too big of a market for any one realtor to come up and say, hey, the market's crashing or the market's stable. I don't think we can really say that. Think about what is happening and what's going on in your local neighborhood. We need to really dive down and piece that out chunk that out to a very small area of just your particular area to see what's going on, what the pricing trends are, what the inventory levels are. I mean, you drive around your neighborhoods and you see all the different things going on, right? You see the for sale signs or the lack of. So what does that mean? Let's dive into it. Let's find out. What I'd like to do is ask you to comment down below and leave me some questions. What are you seeing in your neighborhood? Are you seeing more for sale by owners? Are you having to move because of a job? Or tell me what's going on in your particular neighborhood. What are you seeing? What are you not seeing? Let's talk about that. Let's find out what the price of your house might be. If you're in the greater Houston area, I'd love to talk to you about your real estate needs and let my team come in and help you sell your house really quickly for the best, highest price that we can get, or help you be a buyer and buy the house that you're looking for. We have lots of different programs, lots of great loan partners to help you. We have one program, it's called Buy Before You Sell. So if you want to come in and keep your existing house because you're worried you won't be able to find anything, we can go out and make a cash offer with my program and on another house and still have your own house. Then we come back and we move you into the new house. Then we sell your existing house. and it works out really well. Just call me for details. I'd be glad to reach out to me and let me know what you think. Take care, and I hope this video finds you well, healthy, and happy, and we'll make that happen soon. Take care, guys. God bless. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.